All right, we are live now. Oh my gosh. Okay, so before we begin, I'm just going to tell you guys quickly. This has a 25-second delay. So from the point that I am recording right now to what you're hearing right now is about 25 seconds behind real life. I timed it earlier today, so just so you guys know, okay? Right, so now it's starting. Okay, right. So we are live. I need to put this on mute, or else it's like you guys just heard a little bit of it. Now you can see how like the delay is like insane. So anyway, we are going to answer some questions, but if you're heading over here from like Twitter or Facebook because you randomly saw your friend posting under this, hi, my name is Joanna, and I'm a YouTuber. My YouTube name is Just Another Flutist, because that is what I am. I am a flutist, if you couldn't tell from my sad excuse of a whiteboard over there. Oh yeah. So right. Okay. Now, the reason why I started that I wanted to do this sort of live answer question thing is because I normally don't have time to actually answer questions via typing so much anymore, because I do get a lot of questions from you guys, and a lot of them are kind of very similar questions. So I started watching other YouTubers and their live shows, and I was like, oh, that's where they answer questions. Now I know how to answer questions. So we're going to do it live now. So let's first address the people. Oh yeah, that's right. You guys did actually read the description box. You guys are awesome. Okay, so I'm going to start from the top of the chat box here with Mike Knapp, right? I hope I said your last name right. Woo! Okay, so Mike says, "Hey, just another flutist. Can you tell me what kind of flute you perform with?" Thank you. Okay, so I actually have my flute here. Let's see. I can't actually see what. There we go. Okay, so this is my flute. I did show it in a couple of videos, and every now and then I will answer someone's question about what kind of flute it is. This is probably my most frequently asked question. So this is a Brannan. And did you ask why I chose it? Let's see. Yeah. No, you didn't ask why. So here we go. This is a Brannan, as you can see here. It's a, I should probably just tell you guys, because otherwise you guys are just going to keep asking me. And this is, I mean, in the flute world, it's sort of like everybody wants to know what other people play on. So this is a 10-carat rose gold flute. The head joint and the body is 10K rose gold. Now somebody else asked a really good question, and I can't remember where. So I'm gonna go and find you on my Facebook, I think. Let's find your question. All right. Where are you? Where are you? Ah, okay, so Max Emilian, I think, on Facebook, because I know not all of you guys actually have YouTube, so, or Google Plus or whatever it is these days. So I know some of you guys are actually watching me, like you actually go and search me up and watch my videos, but you don't actually have a Google account, so that's why I'm answering questions kind of like all over the board right now. So Max asks, how and why did you choose Rose to be your flute? Well, first off, good on you. You actually know that this is the name of my flute is Rose. Wow, that means you really did watch my videos. So yeah, I called this Rose because it's rose gold. Now, how did I choose this? That's a very good question. When I was 16, and even poorer than now, I went to the Vancouver, the one and the only I think that ever happened, Vancouver Flute Festival, because James Galway was in town that year. If you guys don't know who James Galway is, go open another tab, search up Sir James Galway flute. Okay, he's like the biggest flutist in the entire world. For those of you who have never heard of him, at the very least, you would have heard a flutist playing in Lord of the Rings. Yeah, okay. He did a solo in The Return of the King, I think. But yeah, anyway, go look him up. If you don't know any flutist, that's the one you should know. But anyway, James Galway was in town, and so they put on a flute festival, and so I went around trying flutes because I lived in Vancouver at the time, and being poor and everything, I couldn't actually go and go to conferences and stuff like that. Like, I never had the money to go to conferences, so I never could try any flute at my disposal. But going to a festival is like the best thing you can do, especially if there's one local. Best thing ever. So then I went and I looked around, and I just kind of like randomly tried flutes because I don't think at that point I had even heard of Brannon. I mean, I was one of those flutists that like was sort of thrown into the world. Like, no one never really properly walked me through like all the different brands there were. I think like Miyazawa was there too, but like I think I still have all my crap that I picked up from there. I just don't know where I put it because I just moved. It's somewhere here. I might show you guys in like a future live show. But anyway, I randomly tried a gold Brannon flute. Just because I was like, oh, it's gold, I'm going to play it. Like, just because, being 16 and all, I was like, just kind of like stupidly just wanting to try everything. And I just fell in love with the sound. There's a richness to the sound that just worked with me. Now, keep in mind that gold doesn't work for everyone, okay? It really, because each person is different. Each person responds differently to different flutists. So, what am I saying? Each flutist responds differently to each flute. Okay, so like, if you want to make a comparison, I always make this comparison when I do answer questions about picking flutes and picking instruments, is that it's the flute that chooses the flutist. It's kind of like in Harry Potter, like the wand chooses the wizard kind of thing. So anyhow, Brannon Gold Flute chose me. So, I mean, I asked them how much it was, and they were like, oh, it's $29,000. And I was like, okay, put it down and walk away. So, but I just could not ever get it out of my mind. So basically I did, because I am very poor. So then I ended up working something out with my parents and my relatives, and I'm actually still paying off my flute right now. But we did decide to get this Brannon Gold. We actually ordered it online and had it customized to what I wanted. And that was when I was in second year of university, and it completely changed everything. I mean, if I had known that getting a better flute would that drastically change my sound and my technique, then I probably would have gotten it a lot sooner. Although, you do have to have the funds to do it. So I am actually still paying off my flute, as is the case for many musicians out there, because this is a very expensive career. But yeah, so I think that answers that question. Let's see how many more people have joined in right now. Ooh, there's a lot of you. Oh, hi, man. Armando says meow. Meow back to you. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, someone is from the Bay Area and wondered what youth orchestra I was in. I was in the Fremont Youth Symphony. I don't know if they're still in existence. Let me know if they're still in existence. But I was actually part of their inaugural season in 1999. Oh God, I sound so old when I say that. But yeah, I got to perform with them when I was 14. I performed the Fantasy Pastorale Hongros, or the Pastoral Hungarian Fantasy. I probably said that completely wrong, and I am very sorry for that. Let's see. What other questions are you guys asking? Are there any exercises for stabling the third octave B and C? Connie asks. Okay. Oh, third octave? Man, you guys want some actual technique in this video, eh? Yeah, I was very Canadian right when I said that. Okay, so third octave. If you guys are wearing headphones, you probably should lower the volume right now, okay? Because I'm about to squeak out some of the highest notes on the flute. All right? Have you lowered your headphone volume? Yes? Yes? Okay. All right, here we go. So you mean this one, right? Those ones? Whoa, I totally buzzed. But I was just playing earlier today, so I just had it out here. But I was eating dinner and everything. So anyway, how do you stabilize them? Okay, now the only thing that I did to stabilize them was just to practice them, really. I don't know if you guys know about practicing long tones. Long tone practicing is pretty common. Every single flutist does it. Well, because the thing is, like on the flute, if your tone is bad, you just sound bad. So typical tone practicing, you just play each note really long, hence long tone, because they're tones and they're long. So you just kind of go. And the idea is to bring like a really nice tone through, and you just transfer it through every single note. And so you basically do the same thing going up. So I don't know, starting around A, you would just go up slowly, and you would just try and build the tone up. And eventually, over time, it just gets better. Because you know, it's kind of like practicing anything else. You have to keep doing it every day, even if you're frustrated as hell with it. And you know, as long as you keep going, then it'll be fine. Your neighbors will probably hate you, but you can send them, you know, a nice little greeting card afterwards to tell them how sorry you are. But you know, that's really the only way to do it. Or you can also, you know, gift them with earplugs or something for Christmas. So I don't know. But anyway, yeah. So I hope that answers your question. It's kind of funny practicing anything. Really, there aren't really any secrets to practicing. I mean, it's kind of like, it's like playing video games, right? Like if you can't get something, you just keep doing it until you figure out how to do it. So, you know, I mean, that's how I got, you know, gold medal in Flappy Bird today. So, yeah, I am. I'm playing Flappy Bird. Isn't that horrible? If you don't know what Flappy Bird is and all that, everyone's talking about it on Twitter right now. But anyway, I digress. Let us, oh, someone asked, why are your eyes so beautiful? Thank you. I can't read the Korean name, though, so I'm sorry I can't read your name out, but you know who you are. Let's see. Oh my gosh, someone's Google name is It's a Flute Thing. That's cute. Okay, let's see. Oh, this is a good question. Okay, It's a Flute Thing asks, could you give any advice for performing and how to overcome nervousness? Every time I have to play by myself in a recital, I get so nervous and shaky. My lips shake like crazy, and I guess you mess up your whole tone and focus. Any tips? Thanks. Okay, so nervousness. Wow. Okay, big topic here. So, all right. how do you deal with nervousness? Now, okay, let's back up a bit. If you're nervous, that's a good sign. Because if you're nervous, that means that you know, you care about it. You care about what you do. So at the bottom of it, it's actually a good sign to be nervous. And I think there's sort of a stigma around nervousness these days where everyone thinks that nervousness is bad, but it's not really. It's almost sort of like extra pent up energy that you can actually focus into your performance, if that makes any sense. Um, it's actually because nerves being nerves, that's actually just extra particles, or the particles of your whole being are just kind of like shaking like this, which you can actually redirect energy in your body. I don't know if you know that. There are ways of, it's a lot of mental, just sort of like trying to channel the energy elsewhere. The other thing is what a lot of people call reframing. So depending on the situation, right? Like if you're performing for an audience, or if you're going to an audition, or if you're, like a lot of people will say things like, oh, just imagine everyone in their underwear and it'll make you laugh and stuff. But I don't know. I don't really see it that way, because that's kind of, in my opinion, and opinions can be very dangerous on the internet, but in my opinion, that's kind of impersonal. I mean, I like to think that everybody that I perform for, is listening to my performance through their own eyes, based on their own experiences. Like, each person that I am performing for is a human being with a life. I kind of mentioned this before in a very early video of mine about how to pwn practical exams. And I talked about how, you have to realize that the adjudicator is a human being. And that, like they have feelings just like you, right? And I think we often forget that. Like, we often forget that the people who are listening to us have their own lives, they have their own problems, they have their own, happiness, but their own sadness, they have their own journeys that they're going through. And basically, it's not to see people as robots, and not as inhuman, but that everybody around you is human and is a life, and your life at that moment is intersecting with their life. And like, this sounds really abstract and everything, but I mean that's how I think of it. I mean, me doing this kind of show, I'm very aware that there are a lot of people watching this, and how many of you are watching? 28 people are watching. So all 28 of you have your own, life. Like, you are watching this based on, how you see the world through your own experiences, right? Like, I'm very, very aware of that. And, I'm just a human. I'm just another flutist, like that's what I really believe in, and that's actually how I cope with nervousness and stuff like that. It's a lot of reframing. It's more going to the root of the issue than just kind of trying to suppress the nerves. I don't really believe in suppressing nerves, because the only thing that happens is that you just get more nervous, actually. So I hope that helps. But let's see. I've been talking for about like 20 minutes now. Wow. I think I'm going to go tell other people that I'm live now, just so they also know. Let's see, because I know that a lot of people were wanting to do this. So now you get to watch me type and look highly uninteresting. I'm sorry for that. But you can go and talk amongst yourself. Alrighty, so live now. Woohoo! Alright. So posting on Facebook, and I should probably tweet it again. Tweeting again. Oh, if you guys haven't followed me on Facebook, Twitter, and Tumblr, yes, I have a Tumblr. I've actually had a Tumblr for a long time, but I don't really use it that properly. But anyway, wait, let me tweet this. Okay, yeah, tweeting, and tumbling. Now I'm tumbling. Alrighty. I'm live now. Ask me a question. Woohoo! Okay. So, lovely. Okay. I'm back. I'm going to be interesting again. So, insert Jeopardy theme song here. Okay. Let's see. What other? Wow. Let's see. Oh, Connie actually wanted 1 octave lower. Oh, I know what you're talking about now. Okay. You're talking about the break, right? The break between octaves. Okay, for those of you who do not play the flute or do not play a wind instrument, there's something called the break between octaves, and I'll just kind of demonstrate it. So those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, now you will know, and now you have something interesting to talk about when you're out for coffee with some cute guy and you don't know what to talk about. You can talk about this. Okay, so here we go. So now 1 octave from the lower octave, you go da 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 da. Yeah, that's right. I don't play it. I sing it for you. Okay? Now, when you get to the top of the octave, you start over again. Da 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 da. So. Did you see how I had to like restart the whole going up thing and then like that? So now, this movement from the very top of each octave up until there, that's called the break, okay? The break, because you're going for, it's pretty unstable, going from like open to everything closed. So all the notes around the break are very unstable, and that's kind of something to do with physics. It's a physical thing. I'm not entirely 100% versed in the physics of how that works, although I did answer a bonus question for one of my physics exams back in high school with the flute. And right around here is the most unstable. So B and C in both octaves, and the C sharp, D sharp, which is E flat, and E, all those notes in both octaves are very unstable. They're sort of known on the flute to not really to be harder to produce like a really like good tone on. So this basically it's tone, it's long tones. Like there was no other thing that I really did different practicing them. It takes time, and okay, I'm not saying this is easy. This is annoying as hell, really. Like, while you're practicing it, like, you're not just annoying the people in the same house or your neighbors, you're also annoying yourself. It's and you're going to kind of feel like crap, like, I just want to forewarn you that you're going to feel like crap. Like, I felt like crap while I was practicing, the notes around the break. There's no other way of conquering it besides, practicing it over and over. I did spend an entire summer one time every day practicing tone for 2 hours. And that's actually where I got my kind of fat tone. Some of you have pointed that out before. So yeah, I know that's a horrible way to answer your question, but if you get, I don't think I have the book on me. It's in the next room. Insert Jeopardy theme music here again. Okay. I'm gonna go get my book. Okay. Alrighty. Here we go. Okay, I'm back. Okay, Jeopardy theme music ends now. Okay, so this book is amazing, and I don't know if I've ever actually shown this on camera before, which is why we're doing this live show. Yeah. Okay, so this is the lovely book by Trevor Y. Oh, do you guys see like a mirrored version of this? Do you guys? Hum. No, you don't. Good. I'm just seeing a mirrored version of this. Good. Sorry. Okay. So, Trevor Y. Practice Books for the Flute. The Bible, in my opinion, of the flute. And in the tone section, which is the first volume and the most famous volume, he does talk about, he actually does get you to mess with tone. It's very boring exercises, but they do just, holy crap, your tone will completely change after going through this book. And read everything he writes. He's pretty much, it's like a written out tutorial. It's amazing. You can get this book for, I think, like $35. Like all freaking 5 volumes. You can get it for $35 on Amazon now. So go order this. This is amazing. This is like my Bible. He also has these like ridiculous technique exercises that are also annoying as heck, but they just do wonders for your technique. So anyhow, let's see. Let's answer. Let's see. Let's see what else you guys are asking. Let's see. Okay. So, Aaron is asking a couple of questions on Twitter here and on Facebook, but you're asking me to answer the one on Facebook. Let's go and look. Okay, so I'm going to answer a few from Facebook here. Okay, so Aaron asks, I really love to play the flute, and I really want to major in flute performance. I am currently a freshman in high school, but I made it to the All-States and also then high school music groups. So I feel like I have a good chance of having the opportunity to major, but I'm worried about the financial issues. How hard is it to make money with playing flute? I am also strong academically, so should I double major, which is what others are telling me to do? I want your advice because I know that you study flute and focus on music. Thank you. Okay, wow. Good question. And I'm very impressed that you are thinking about financial issues, and you're probably only around 14 or 15. Wow. I'm impressed. You guys are a very responsible bunch, I noticed. Like, I'm not getting any like dumb questions, which is like amazing because this is the internet. It's sort of the space for dumb questions, and none of you are asking dumb questions, which is amazing. So, yeah, go just another flutist, people. Woo! Okay, so now, how hard is it to make money on the flute? Now, everybody's going to tell you the exact same answer, because I'm guessing that you probably asked a bunch of other people too. It's hard. Okay, it's hard, and you have to love it enough to do it. So now, since I'm assuming that you have asked this of other people, I don't think I will kind of give the normal answer, which is, oh, you know, like, just work hard and you'll get through, you know. Okay, now, let's sort of, again, let's step back. Okay, you have to ask yourself, you know, do you believe in what you're doing enough to make a career out of it, right? It's really the same question that you would ask for any career you do, So if you're watching this and you're not a flutist, you're not a musician, and you're doing something else, you might find that this is true as well, right? Um, right now, since you are 14, um, I don't mean this in a condescending way. Really, I don't. Okay, but you are still young right now. In my own experience, I didn't even know that I was really going into music until I was 17. So literally in the last year of my high school, that was when I was like, you know what? I think I love music enough to go into music school. But even while I was in music school in my bachelor's, you're actually still considered very young and still very, very early in your career. So just because you go to music school does not mean that music is your career forever. It's the God honest truth. Okay? So you actually still have a lot of time to decide if this is going to be your career. So you don't have to make a decision right now. Yeah, so it's a hard question. That's a very, very hard question. Um, do you make a lot of money? No. Okay. I mean, um, this is why musicians are often very busy. So now I ended up going on YouTube because I love everything about YouTube. I love making videos. I love doing this. When I discovered that you could do live shows, I kind of freaked out, because I thought that would be a cool way to actually talk to you guys directly. So you just have to find something that you believe in enough that will drive you to work every day, and that that you would love doing this job every single day. So yeah, as of now though, as a freshman in high school, you really don't have to make a decision. So I hope that answers your question. Let's answer a few more questions on Facebook. Elizabeth Liu asks, any advice towards young high school musicians? Wow, that's very related to the earlier one. Really, just practice. I wish that I practiced more. I had some, of my own personal complications in high school, so I could not practice as much as I wanted to, or that I should have. And included in these personal complications was the fact that I took IB. I don't know how many of you out there know what IB is. It's International Baccalaureate, and it's like a holistic accelerated program. And in each May, all IB students basically die from exams. And yeah, I wish I could have practiced more, but I couldn't. So in terms of advice to young high school musicians, practice hard, because yes, you're really busy right now, but your mind is not as clouded with responsibilities. Okay, like when you're a grown-up, there's a lot more responsibilities. I mean, my days right now are actually, a lot of it is actually filled with paperwork, all kinds of paperwork. It's bills, it's just like I have to vote on something, on Monday. So I mean, it's like it's all these like kind of boring, things. It's like responsibilities growing up, and you have to take care of things around the house and stuff like that. So since you don't have those crazy grown-up responsibilities in your head, take advantage of that mindset and practice, because that is what you can care about wholeheartedly. I miss that. I miss just practicing without a care in the world. That is actually what I miss more than having more time, okay, is the mindset. So that's what I would say. Let's see. Let's see. La 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 la. Okay. Someone else asked a really good question here. Elizabeth Lamb asked, do you ever dream of the concert slash exam slash solo slash music related event, etc. before or after it happens? Okay, by the way, all of you who are actually talking in the chat right now, I will get back to you. No worries, okay? But I just wanted to kind of pay attention to the lovely Facebook people right now. Okay, so do I have any dreams about concerts and stuff before or after it happens? Wow, that's a very specific question. I don't know. I mean, I've heard of my friends having these sorts of, they're usually nightmares, which is horrible, and that's bad, and that should change. But in terms of, well, for me, I get nightmares for auditions, and I get nightmares for basically any kind. Yeah, you're right. Any kind of exam. I just remember, like, it's the classic, like, walking around with no pants dream. You guys have that? Like, I've had that, like, while going into an audition, I dreamed that I had no pants on, which is horrible. Yeah, that was a really horrible dream. I have dreamed of dropping my flute in a puddle, and, like, I watched the pads fall out. Like, it was really, like, whoa, crying, you know, in tears, and waking up, you know, gasping, and okay, like, that was really horrible. But yeah, I have had dreams though where, like, it was like a huge concert or like a huge event. I don't know. I love huge events. I love going on stage, you know, and I know some people are petrified of that, but I love it. It gives me a lot of adrenaline. Like, it gives me, like, this adrenaline rush. So I have had dreams of, like, performing at a huge concert, and I really love that. So let's see who else has asked a question. Yeah, because I posted this a couple of times, so I'm gonna see how. Let's see what people are saying. All right. Okay, let's move on back to the chat box. All right, let's see what you guys are saying. Okay. Okay. Mike Knapp asks again, do you give lessons on Skype, and can we be flute friends? Well, you know, talking like this, we're already flute friends. What are you talking about? And yes, I do give lessons over Skype. Whoa, what? I know. I haven't made a huge announcement about it because, you know, it's really just for you guys who, like, actually watch my videos all the time. So I have had a couple of you email me and ask. If you're wondering what my email is, it's just my Gmail that's connected to this YouTube account. It's justanotherflutist@gmail.com. So a couple of you have actually emailed me and have asked for Skype lessons. And yeah, if you want Skype lessons from me, or FaceTime actually, email me, okay? justanotherflutist@gmail.com. So yes, I do give flute lessons over Skype. I'm going to scroll up through the chat. Wow, you guys are really talking. Oh, by the way, yes, Happy Chinese New Year. To all of you who said Happy Chinese New Year, yes, now you know how freaking uncultured I am. I totally scheduled this, like, way before I knew that it was actually Chinese New Year. Okay, let's see. Oh, Jacob and Gypsy17 asked a question. What was the question you asked? Did I already answer your question? Oh, can I do a video on vibrato? I did do a video on vibrato. So your question has already been answered. Yes, it's actually one of my most viewed videos. Go and search it up. Search up just another flutist vibrato. Although now that we are on that topic, YouTube won't let me put ads on that video because I think it's because I quoted Rebecca Black's Friday. So dang it, I really should not have done that. But I mean, it was too good to cut from the video. So anyway, little tip, little thing for you guys, all 28 of you who are watching. You guys know a little something that nobody else knows. Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, someone else actually answered that there was one for vibrato. Yeah, good. You guys are talking to each other. Make friends. Make friends. You know, we're all big happy family here. Oh my gosh, Connie. You said that oh God. You said you were born in 1999. Yeah, that just shows how old I am. Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, okay. Now, Frank Glasner asked, you should play your piccolo a little bit. I would right now, but the sound on this is so bad that it would just blow your ears off. So I am going to refrain from that. Everyone has been asking me for a piccolo video, so I might do one in the future. I'm not sure. I kind of have to figure out. Basically, okay, I have a huge list of videos that I want to make, but the thing right now is that I have to figure out like the most difficult thing about making a YouTube video is figuring out the framework for it. So thank you for all your requests, and keep the requests coming, okay, because you guys really do inspire me to make videos. So I just kind of have to figure out how to make this video one cohesive thing. So like that's why the videos that I do put out, that's why it takes so long for them to come out, because a lot of times I'm just sort of like making up crap in front of a camera, and then I actually stitch the whole thing together into this one cohesive thing. So I mean, it's kind of like writing an essay where you're just brainstorming crap for like 5 pages, and then you sort of rearrange everything so that it's like a really nice essay. I don't know if you guys know that. Hint, hint. Okay, if you guys are writing papers, that's how you do it. Okay, that's how you do it quickly too. I was an English lit minor actually during my bachelor's. So, okay, quick tip from an English lit minor to you. That's how you write an essay. Okay, you just make up crap about the topic, whatever topic it is. Make up a bunch of crap, squeeze out every drop of information from your head, and then you rearrange it later, okay? Anyway, let's keep going. Oh, Lisa D? Yeah, I think that's how you say your Google Plus name. Anyway, any tips on how to get better at solfege/sight singing? Good question. Okay, so sight singing. Now I have a few books back here. Whoa. Let's not destroy the room while I'm trying to find books. Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Totally almost did destroy the room. Okay. We're gonna put this over here. I have my musicianship books back here. Whoa, my head is cut off. Okay. Yeah, I totally just beheaded myself on live webcam. Okay, I'm just gonna bring all my musicianship crap for you guys to see. Now, I actually learned musicianship from 2 different systems. One system was at UBC, and the other system they used at SF State. If for some strange reason Dr. David Ickes at SF State is watching this video, either live right now or later, I just want to say thank you so much for your wonderful teaching. Amazing. That was where I learned properly how to do sight singing. So now I use So you music students out there who are watching this will recognize these books. Da da da. And whoa, the lighting totally changed. But anyway, yeah. I will tell you a little secret. I failed the first semester of musicianship in my bachelor's. I did. I failed it, okay? Because it was just so disorganized. The course was horrible. And 75% of the whole course failed, and I was part of the 75%. So the other 25% had perfect pitch, which means, of course, I don't have perfect pitch, okay? I'm just like a normal, you know, relative pitch girl, okay? So that didn't really work for me. And now that method uses the movable DOE, but actually both systems that I learned use the movable DOE system, and they basically, but instead of for the minor keys, instead of doing like moving down to la, ti, do, re, mi, fa, si, la, in the UBC system, they teach you do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, or la, te, do if you're doing natural minor. So it was a bit of a brain tease for me when I went to SF State and I had to take a course on musicianship, and we used the Kodai method. And my professor was amazing, Dr. David Ickes. Okay, if you can, I think he's even like publishing a book on like musicianship and on the Kodai method or something like that. So pretty big guy. Go and look it up. Look up. Open another tab and go look him up. First name is David. Last name is Ickes, which is spelled X-I-Q-U-E-S. Got it? X-I-Q-U-E-S. Go look him up. He's awesome. So what he did was that he made us sing canons. See how beat up this is? This has been in my backpack. That's why it's so beat up. But they're just little melodies, and he put us into groups, and we had to rehearse singing these in canon. Now that tests your musicianship like nothing else, and that really hones in the pitch in your ear. So if you can get your friends to sing canons with you, probably one of the best things to do in terms of, you know, upping your musicianship. So and then there's this textbook that's just a pretty normal textbook, but it's basically just a lot of sight singing. So you some of it we prepared for class, but then some of it he got us to do on the spot. So these courses, a lot of people are really annoyed with them in school, but trust me, it's one of the best things that you could ever take and do well in. Okay, so for you music students who are in music school and you're watching this, okay, pay attention and freaking practice your musicianship, because I swear to you, it's one of the best things you'll ever learn in music school. Okay, so I hope that was slightly helpful. But yeah, it's really working with people, and yeah, it's mostly it's actually being forced to hold your own tone while listening to other people sing something else, but kind of the same thing at the same time. Like that's what a canon is, right? So there, okay? All right, let's go back to the chat. Now everybody's asking me to be their flute BFF. I am already! Okay, we're doing this live right now, okay? All right. Oh, wow, there's new people watching. Hi! I don't know if you actually know who I am, so wow, it's already been 50 minutes. Holy crap, this has gone really fast. But anyway, hi, I'm Joanna, and I'm a YouTuber called Just Another Flutist on YouTube, and I make videos about being a musician. So, and some tutorials here and there, but you know, yeah, okay. Wow, you guys already know that I was going to talk about Chevrolet. Okay, let's scroll down. Let's see. Okay, so someone says that Angela Nguyen, is that how you say it? I've been lectured before on how to say this last name. You can lecture me again in the chat box, or I will let you. Okay, forgive me of my sins. Okay, now, Angela says, I want to challenge my section leader. Any advice? She's really good. Okay. Wow, you want to challenge your section leader, eh? Okay, now, I will say, I don't know if you saw this in my 50 musical facts tag video, but I never went to band in primary and high school. Never went to band. Didn't go to band until I was in UBC, in the University of British Columbia. For those of you who are watching around the world. It's in Vancouver, Canada. Canada. Yes, I can enunciate. So, now, okay, you want to challenge your section leader. Go ahead and challenge, you know? But I would actually question your motive for challenging your section leader. Like, what is the motive, okay? Is it just to get in that chair? Does the principal chair really matter that much to you? Or are you just trying to one-up her? Okay? There's a difference, okay? Like, and why would you want to one-up her? Is it just that you want to just show that you're better than her, but you're clearly saying that she's really good, which would imply that you think she's better than you. So now, this whole challenging thing, I'm not a big fan of it, okay? If you couldn't tell from my attitude, I'm not a big fan of challenging. I'm the type of musician that absolutely hates competition. I don't like it. Because I don't know, I just don't feel like there's a point, you know? Like, in any given situation, there's always going to be people who are better than you, and there are always going to be people who are worse than you. So it's meaningless, okay? Just because you are better than someone else does not mean anything about how you actually play. It simply means that you are better than that person, okay? I don't know if you've ever thought of this, but it's actually a really arbitrary comparison, okay? Like, there are what, 7 billion people, 6 billion, 7 billion people in the world, and you just happen to be better than 1 or 2 people, you know? Like, I don't know. I just have never really seen the point of competition. I hope that did not offend too many people, but yeah, that is my view on competition and challenging. So now, there is also, however, healthy competition, okay? So, like, Paul Hung, we went to school together at UBC a lot, and not a lot, what am I saying? Like, for 4 years, we were together, like, pretty much, like, all the time. And he was always this, like, amazing flutist, and I was just always like, oh, right? So, but the thing was, our strengths were in different places, okay? Like, you need to see that for a healthy competition to actually work, you have to admire each other too. Does that make sense? Like, I admired the fact that Paul Hung could play freaking solos like a freaking superstar, okay? But he admitted to me that he admired how I could tune really easily and how I can, like, I can change my tone actually to match. I can blend. That is sort of my specialty, you could say. So you have to admire the other person, and that person has to admire you back for you to be able to encourage each other, and therefore that fosters the healthy competition. Now, if you have that kind of relationship with your section leader that you want to challenge, then go ahead and challenge, right? Like you can, if you both know that you're going to one-up each other in order to get each other to be both really good, then way to go. That's the way to do it, okay? So here's me just sort of questioning the motive here, right? So I hope that sort of kind of puts things into a little bit more perspective. Yeah, so let's see. Oh, oinkology is so confused. I'm so sorry. Hi, I'm Joanna. Okay, I don't know if you actually know who I am, but I'm a flutist on YouTube, and I make YouTube videos. So let's see. Let's see. Wow, a lot of you guys are talking about. Let's see. Yeah, a lot of you guys are talking about challenging section leaders now. Yeah, so there you go. Yeah, so basically, in the last 4 minutes of this live chat, for those of you who are just sort of watching and not actually chatting and talking with me, yeah, if you don't have a Google Plus account, it's really easy to make. Just go and make it, and you can comment. So if you're commenting, you probably have a Google Plus account, okay? If you can't comment, that's probably why. So go basically just make a Gmail account, and it's really easy. It takes like 5 seconds, and then you can come and you subscribe. So it should be actually here, so you can catch my new videos, and you will be notified when I do another of these live shows. So I know that a whole bunch of you woke up really early for this in the UK and in France, and so I was thinking, I really like this, but I couldn't actually answer all of you guys' questions. So let's do it again, shall we? So basically, how this works is that you can live chat questions, and you can talk to each other too while I jabber on and on, because there's a horrendous 25-second delay here. So I'm going to be jabbering while you guys are talking. So yeah, so make a Google Plus account, subscribe, and like my Facebook page, and follow me on Twitter, and Instagram and Tumblr. I think I put all the links in the description box below. Some of you guys did read it, I know, because you guys put what I said in the chat box, and I'm really happy. So yeah, so that's how this works. I probably should have explained that at the beginning of this, and I will do that in the next one. So, because I know that us being classical musicians, like, we're sort of behind on the times. Let's just admit it. Let's just admit it. We're totally behind on the times, okay? We don't know how any of this technology stuff works. Yeah, actually, for me, too, because when I first started YouTube, I didn't even know how to film a video, let alone edit it. So, okay, so let's learn this together. Yeah, okay? So if you like this, go and tell your friends about this. I might do this again in maybe a couple of weeks or something like that, and probably I'll switch the time around, so I'll wake up really early, and the rest of you on the other side of the world can relax in the middle of the day. So, yeah, any last questions? Let's see. Oh, you guys don't want it to end. I don't want it to end either. Okay, okay. What else? Ooh, CJ Bahasa. I hope that's how you say your name. Is asking to do a live online masterclass with one of my students. Wow. Wow, I've never thought of that. Now, I would have to get special permission to do that, but thank you for making that suggestion. I've never thought of that. See, we can make this thing work together. You know, we can totally make this. Oh my gosh, just another tin whistlist. Cute name, if I don't say so myself. Let's see. Oh, you've been watching my videos for a year. Oh, thank you. I know that there's quite a lot of you guys who have been watching my videos for a while, and I just want to say thank you so much. Like, the support means so much, because I mean, I wouldn't be like sitting here talking to you guys if it wasn't, if it wasn't for you guys supporting me, So anyway, I should go. It's been an hour. I know, crying. We have to do this again. Now, so there are even more people watching. So I'm about to end this, okay? But if you don't know who I am, again, I'm Joanna, and I'm just another flutist on YouTube. That is actually my YouTube name. And I make videos about flute and about music and about being a musician. And I'm a classical musician. What? I know. Yeah, classical musician on YouTube. What the heck, right? But actually talks? I don't know. Well, I am still weird anyway because I'm talking to a camera by myself while watching you guys live chat me. So anyway, I will see you guys next time. I'm already over time. Bye. Ask me more questions. And if you ever just have a question for the next live show, and you're afraid you're going to, forget it, just post on my Facebook wall, okay? I've sort of, if you haven't noticed already, I've sort of given up on the whole Facebook inbox thing. That's just too much for me now. Just spam the wall, because that way other people can see it. We want to be a community here, okay? So if you have a question, go post it on my wall so other people can see it, and then basically if it's liked enough times, then I can see that it's a popular question, okay? So make friends, all right? See you next time. Enjoy my next video, which I am editing at the moment. Oh, I know, okay. Bye, see you.